Hey guys, well, it's been a while since I made a video. I've been crazy busy working on all different sorts of projects, but I'm in the shop today and I thought, well, I'll just shoot a quick video making some ramen noodles. It is getting to be lunchtime, so I thought, what the heck. As production for the BS 1.1 has increased, I have had a couple of customers let me know that they're having trouble getting them started, which is a surprise to me. So after emails back and forth with them, I did realize that we kind of figured out what the problem was. When I make these up, inside the center chamber is carbon felt, and when I make these up, I cut all the carbon felt, roll it up, stick it inside the center chamber, but I push it in there, but over time, when they're sitting around on the shelf or what have you, the felt will expand a little bit. It's kind of springy when it's brand new. So when you get the stove, just make sure you got about a ½ inch between the hole here and the top of the felt. If not, just kind of take your thumb and press down on the felt, and that right there will correct any problems you have with getting the stove going. It usually lights right up. As long as you got the vents open, it's never really an issue. So I was really shocked and kind of surprised when I was getting those emails, but I did figure out what the issue was. Yeah, let's take a look and see what the flame pattern's like. I've got 2 cups of water. This is a 10 centimeter. Well, it's a little bit less than 2 cups. I didn't want that much liquid in my ramen noodles. Get these lights out. That's with the vents open on high if you're just wanting to boil some water. You really just need to put enough alcohol in there to kind of saturate the wick. Now, if you're not going to be burning it long, if you're not wanting to heat up a lot of water, you can put 10 milliliters of fuel in there. You can just put a couple squirts in there. It'll run on just about any amount of fuel. Of course, if you don't have very much fuel in there, it takes a little bit longer for it to get heated up, but other than that, it has no problems running on a low amount of fuel. So if you're one of those people that are really fuel conscious and you just want to put in just the right amount of fuel to get whatever you need done, you can just stick a little bit in there and light it up. If it's not quite enough, this fuel, you can just take your pot off, squirt a little more fuel in there and relight it. The heat will still be retained in the stove and it'll fire right back up. But you can see it puts out a really nice flame pattern. I took this stove, this actual stove right here, you can see this is my personal stove. It's been used quite a bit. This was the stove I carried with me on my 10-day AT hike last October. It rained every day we were out there except for one day, I believe. It was cold, rainy, windy. I had no problems with cooking my food with this. I didn't have any mountain house type meals. I was actually doing cooking. I had red beans and rice. I had Nora's rice dishes. I had pasta. I had stuff that the water needed to boil for a few minutes or simmer for a while, and the stove worked great. Now this flame will move around with breeze, So if you're, outdoors, you want to use a windscreen, but it hasn't prevented this stove from doing its job yet. I think we're coming up to a boil now. Now that it's starting to make some noise, I want to just turn the stove down to low. It'll continue to burn at a good rate there for a minute or so until the stove cools down. But meanwhile, we can use that residual heat to get the water up to boil, and then we start the cool down process. Go ahead and put my ramen in here. Yeah, way too much water for this ramen. Oh well. But you can see the flames kind of died down now. I'm going to enjoy my ramen noodles, but I just wanted to kind of get a quick video out there to let everybody know what's kind of going on. If you place an order for a stove and it shows as being not in stock, you can shoot me an email and I'll get you a lead time on how long it's going to be. But I'm trying to keep everything in stock as much as possible. It's usually really busy this time of year and it's time to get out in the woods. Now, if you're just boiling water and you put these ramen noodles in there, that's great. You can do that. Just let them sit there and hydrate. But if you wanted to simmer it, if you added some dehydrated beans or something like that in there, and you wanted to let the beans cook, then you can do that with the BS 1.1, and you can let it sit there and simmer until the beans get soft, which is what I like to do. Throw some red beans or something like that in there. But I'm Sam at BatchStovez. Thanks for watching the videos. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Stop by the website at www.BatchStovez.com. Have a great day.